And welcome to the Valder Beebe Show live in Dallas, Texas. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am having a great day. It's almost the weekend, and I get to talk to you about ChatGPT, how it's powering a new wave of small business growth across, I'm going to say Texas. I'm based in Texas and broadcast nationally, but Texas is close to my heart. So let's talk about Texas. Why Main Street, not just Silicon Valley, is seeing some of the most immediate AI benefits.
Well, there's a lot of small businesses in Texas. And in fact, in America, small businesses are most of the businesses. And half of all Americans who work in the private sector, they work for a small business. So those businesses are the jobs engine of this country, right? And if they grow, our economy does well. So if you're a small business owner, and I've been a startup founder, my folks in Montana, they're small business owners, you've got a lot of problems to solve, right? You've got a stack of obvious problems and you don't have time, and you often don't know how to find the experts to help you. So those folks, they don't have the money for big teams. They need tools that can help them. And ChatGPT is that tool. So that's why we're seeing small businesses really use ChatGPT for growth.
All right, include me in that. I'm a small business, and luckily I've got a staff of very talented technology people. And so I know how challenging it can be to just keep up with what's going on. Let's talk about the conversation around AI. It's been dominated, as you said, by big tech. So I'd like to know a little bit more about the small businesses across my state.
Yeah. So all those small business owners, they're spread so thin, right? They were not born knowing how to market their companies or respond in the right tone to a customer email or manage their cash flow, right? You go into business because you're good at something and you want to offer it to the world, and then you have to be good at a lot of things to make the business grow. So those small businesses are using ChatGPT to unlock growth. Let's say, I was speaking with a general contractor this week. He had not been uploading images to his website. He needed to rank better so that people were aware that he had something to offer. And he spiffed up his website using ChatGPT to guide him. And he's getting 25% more calls, right? Which is going to translate to maybe 6 figures in additional gross revenue for him this year. And that's going to flow out to his whole community because he employs 10 to 15 subcontractors per job. So it's this really ripple effect for that jobs engine of America.
I want my audience to know I'm talking to Chris Nicholson. He's Community Policy Lead at OpenAI. Okay, so help my small businesses, which those are my only friends. I'm not friends with big business. Everybody I know has a small business. So help them quickly adopt the necessary tools and skills that they need to use ChatGPT. Is there a class, or what do they do?
The great thing about ChatGPT, it's called chat, right? If you know how to have a conversation, if you know how to chat with a friend, you can use ChatGPT. And it's a free product. You go to chatgpt.com, you have a conversation. So if you know how to type, if you know how to talk, you go in, and all you have to do, think of getting advice from a knowledgeable friend. All you have to do is describe the problem you're facing and what you want to achieve, and just share the relevant information, and you'll get good advice out of ChatGPT. And it can help you think through things, right? So here's an example. There's a couple in the Bay. They wanted to create a restaurant. She's a chef. He's in digital marketing. They thought they needed to lease a space on Main Street and buy a bunch of equipment. So they brought these plans to ChatGPT and talked through it, and they realized they could operate a restaurant out of their home kitchen legally in California. So ChatGPT led them down that path. They didn't have to go into debt to open a restaurant. Now they're serving meals. And then the next problem was, well, how do we price this? And how do we present it on a menu? And how do we go through the permitting process with the city? You know the drill with small businesses. There's so many things you need to be good at so that you can break even and grow. And ChatGPT is helping them overcome those problems one by one.
I'm going to take this question from Instagram because my audience is on multiple platforms, social media, streaming, FM broadcast, you name it. I'm trying to be on it. Anyway, this question comes from Instagram, and the poster says, ChatGPT and the other AI applications are great, but it seems like a sale, and a sale usually has discount or free, and then the price goes up. will we see a charge for these AI products? They're just luring us in for free, but they want to charge us in the near future. What do you think?
I don't see that at all. No, it's free now. I think there's always going to be a free version for people to use, and I mean, it's free. People are getting a lot of value out of that free product. You just got to go and try it. And then there's a $20 a month version, right? A lot of folks have $20 a month, and frankly, I think it's worth a lot more than $20 a month. But like, everybody should just try it and see if they get value from it. I know I do.
All right, Chris. Where can one get more information for ChatGPT online? So if they're not using it, they can think about using it, or if they are, they can get more from it.
Yeah. The best thing to do is just go straight to chatgpt.com. So easy. You start a conversation, right? Share a test problem, talk through it, share all the information you think it needs to give you good advice, and see what it says, right? That is the best. Like, if you know how to have a conversation, you know how to use AI, right? I don't think you need a lot of training for that.
Chris Nicholson, I thank you so very much. It's the weekend, and you gave us some information to think about. On the weekend, that's when our small businesses is when we try to catch up. So maybe they'll use ChatGPT if they're not. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.